Hey, I'm Josh Skinner for WithJosh.com and AINow.org. With me once again, 8 months later, is the beautiful Kimberly Caldwell.
Has it been 8 months?
Yeah, can you believe it? 8 months.
It feels like longer. I missed you.
I know, it's been a while, but we catch up on Twitter. All is good.
I know, we do.
You've got a lot going on, so let's first talk about, obviously, you have a new album, and we talked about it last time, Without Regret. I've had an advance copy. I love it, but it's gone through a little bit of, some changes recently.
A facelift.
A facelift. So, a lot of the questions that were tweeted to me by your fans and other people in the AI Now staff, they just want to know what happened exactly. This is your first debut album. A lot of people were wondering, it's been 8 years.
Right. Well, I figured it's my first album, and it's been 8 years, so why not take a little longer and make it perfect, And that's why we kept the album name, Without Regret. And I just thought if we're going to go back in and we're going to start recording new songs and more... for me, more fun songs, I really wanted to do a new look too. So they said, okay, we'll set up this test shoot, bring your own wardrobe, do your own hair and makeup, and we'll just see how it goes. And now that's the cover of the album and all the promo pics that we're using too. And I just think that it's like, this is me right here with you right now. And I didn't want to put on a facade of, this is me as a musician. I just wanted to be like, this is me, and this is me off camera and on camera.
Do you feel a lot of pressure, not just with, like the public, but with like the different labels and, let's say like Billboard and what you're supposed to be? Is it kind of hard to like find a definite answer of what your sound is?
Well, I think that when you start out doing an album and start working with a label, your head kind of is a little chaotic, wondering what should I do, who should I be, how should I sing, what should I say? And really, when you let all that go and you just go, okay, I'm going to just do me, I'm going to dress how I dress, I'm going to sing how I sing, and I'm going to talk how I talk, then it all just kind of falls in place. And people are going, oh wow, this is all really working now, because you're being you.
Walk us through the process of from the very first day you walked into the studio to right now to finish this album.
Okay, well that was really a long time ago. The first...
Okay, let's make it easier.
In the studio.
Let's make it easier. The first day, what was your thought when you were walking into the studio, and today doing this interview? Well,
what's so funny is even when I was signing to the label, even when I was signing with Vanguard and with Capitol Records, all the thoughts of like, I'm going to go in and musicians are going to, the best musicians are going to bring my songs that I've written and other songs that I've fallen in love with that are on the album to life. And that's going to be so crazy, right, when that happens. And then, wow, I'm going to shoot a video, this is what this means, me signing all this, I'm going to sell my music on iTunes. Like, all these things are going to happen. I'm going to go on a radio tour. I'm going to go on a real tour.
Is it an out-of-body experience?
It is. And then I'm sitting there in the studio, and the musicians are bringing these songs to life for me. And it's all going on, for my music and for my voice. And it just seems completely and totally surreal. And then the video is the most surreal thing, because that's like, I've been singing since I was 5 years old, and I think, everybody's ultimate dream, whether you're a singer or not, you want to like do a music video, it's the dream. And so for Desperate Girls and Stupid Boys, we shot at this place called Las Palmas, and believe it or not, it was like the first club that me and Ruben Studdard went to on American Idol.
Wow.
Kimberly Locke may have been there with us.
Hey,
we used to get in a lot of trouble.
Are you kidding? She still does.
I know, right? We just smile and act mature. And then the cool thing is they said we need to cast your best friends. And so I said, well, I have, a lot of friends that will do this for free and smile. So my little sister got to be in the video, my best friend Tunde, my buddy Brian, and they got to be there through everything. And it was so cool to be able to, when we're laughing in the video, we're really laughing, and when we're just being silly, that's us really being silly on set, and being able to sit back and kind of enjoy it with the people that, love you and support you more than anybody. That was really amazing. But now, being on the road, we're doing 3 to 4 cities a day. I'm singing acoustic shows to all the radio stations and the fans and everybody, and all the street teamers show up, which is so amazing. And we've, of course, I let them come into the shows even though they didn't win tickets. So if you sign up for the street team and you show up at the radio station, I'll let you in. I don't know if I'm supposed to or not, but I do anyways.
You heard it here first.
Yeah, so it's been awesome to be on the road.
I'm glad that you brought up the new music video. I love the new song. Love this. It's fantastic. I just read an interesting interview with you, and you said in regards to this song that it's so much easier to stop trying to fit in, and you felt like that was the message of this song. Can you explain that a little bit to the people watching?
Well, I feel like Desperate Girls and Stupid Boys, it sounds like a really harsh title when you first hear it. But I have 5 little sisters, and I attempt to be a really good role model on most days. And so for me, the message with this is don't ever make anybody a priority that only makes you an option. And I think that's something to really live by. You know, like if you just stop trying so hard and you stop trying to please everybody and you just do you, that's what's going to make you stand out.
But why do you think everybody tries to be everything to everybody?
Because we're here and there's so many opportunities and there's so many people to look up to and be inspired by, and you want to be everything all the time. But it's really just so much easier in life and brighter if you just kind of let go and go, okay, this is what I do and I'm going to try my hardest, but I'm just not going to like overdo it and kill myself.
Is it hard to think that way when it comes to your career as well?
Yeah, it is. It's still really hard for me. You know, like it's easy to say all those things about your personal life and about your friends and about your family and all those things, and only give yourself to those people who, you know, deserve that respect and that attention and things like that. But when it comes to my career, you know, I literally go to the very end of my rope, you know, to make sure that everything gets done, and it's done, you know, in the best, most professional way possible. But sometimes you just have to sit back and breathe and realize it's all going to be okay. And that my 83-year-old grandma is the best advice giver in the whole world. And she says everything happens for a reason. And if you just kind of let things happen, do your part, do the best you can do, then at the end of the day, you'll look back and you'll go, oh, I get it. I understand why that happened now because of this. You know, and even if you don't realize it in that moment, you kind of figure it out a little bit later.
Well, in our previous interview, you said that you loved being basically a new artist because it had been so long since your time on American Idol.
Right.
But now, 8 months later, do you still feel the same way? Is it
1,000%.
But is it hard to break in as a new artist instead of to have that American Idol catapult?
It's the music industry. You know what I'm saying? It's like the toughest industry to get into. But the response that we've gotten from the new single, from the new songs, from the album, from the acoustic shows we've been doing and the live shows, I mean, everything has just been so positive, and it just feels good, and it feels like I'm going down the right path, I'm doing the right thing, I'm making the right decisions.
Were you at all disappointed when you kept pushing back the album release date, or did you just think, I'm going to spend as much time as humanly possible?
Well, there was a moment where I was kind of like, okay, this is really upsetting that we're pushing it back more, because the fans, I felt like, were getting frustrated, and impatient. And what they have been so cool about is really just embracing the fact that this is my first debut album, and that I really, and the label around, Vanguard and Capitol around me, everybody wants it to be right, and everybody wants it to be successful. So even if you reach a point where you go, okay, it's all ready, and then another song pops up that's amazing, or you want to do another photo shoot or whatever, it's like, why not? And at this point, I really think we finally have it. But, I realized that everything happens for a reason. And by stepping back and allowing things to really come together, that's when it's going to be at its best.